Hey everybody, it's April, and today I want to talk about what kind of self-talk you're using while you're planking or doing anything that matters. So I'm going to start on hands, and I'm going to switch to forearms today. I'm going to try and do half and half. So rather than switching. So if you're starting on hands, start in table, pull your shoulders down your back, then lift your upper back, lift your chest, pull in your belly, come up on your toes, shift your weight forward slightly. The timer has begun. And then you want to do all of that again. Separate your shoulders again, pulling in your belly again, tightening up your glutes, pressing your heels back. So you've got that nice long line, making a plank shape with your body, and everything is engaged. And every once in a while, you just have to do all of that again, because if you don't, your plank will start falling apart. And I know that from experience. Even though I plank all the time, I still have to think about what I'm doing. Or next thing I know, my hips are sagging a little bit, or shoulder blades start pulling together, or in particular, you quit using your abs. And that's the main thing you should be thinking about while you're planking is really, tighten up your abs, tighten them up again, pulling in your navel, pretending like you're trying to pull your navel through your spinal cord. So we're coming up on a minute. And so what I want to talk about is the self-talk is sometimes, we're our own worst enemies. It's true, we are. We start telling ourselves, oh, I don't look good anymore. I'm out of shape. My hair's too yucky, or my clothing, whatever. And even though some of those things might be true, that we might be a little more out of shape than we were, you can also tell yourself, today's the day I'm going to start doing something different. Today's the day I'm going to change the way I eat, or start working out, and look, there goes Riley, that's unusual. Or I'm just going to be thankful for what I have right now, and that I do have this body that is still healthy, or still in fairly good shape, that I can start doing some different things to make it a little bit better. So you want to turn those negatives into positives. And let's say you get discouraged because you don't think you're holding your plank long enough. Well, you know what? If you're holding your plank at all, you're doing something great. And that's a positive. And it's more than what most people are doing. Oh, we're at 2:05, by the way. I haven't really been giving you a countdown. And, you don't have to hold your plank for 5 minutes to get benefits from it. No. You can hold your plank if you start holding your plank at 15 and then work up to 30 seconds and maybe work up to a minute, you've done something really great. You really have. And it's something that most people aren't doing. We're at 2:30, so I'm going to switch to my forearms. Remember, whenever you switch, do it mindfully, not too slow, but you want to make sure you come back to your good form. So I'm pressing into my forearms, separating my shoulders again, pulling in my belly, and then I like to look over at the camera. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, see, I needed to pull in a little bit more. A lot of times when you get into forearms, you tend to have your hips up too high, and so that's one reason why you want to have something to look at, or somebody watching you. We're at 3:05. Just to make sure you're not letting your hips sag or lifting them up too high. See, here's the thing. If you lift your hips up high, it makes it a lot easier, but it's not a plank. It's actually more of a dolphin, which dolphin is still a great pose, but it's not a plank. It's not really holding a plank. It's just doing a dolphin. So you always want to correct. And so again, I'm doing that again. I'm pulling in my belly again, pressing into the floor again, making sure my spine is neutral, my neck is neutral. So I'm just looking out in front of my knuckles. So, when Julie and I first started working on handstands, we got to where sometimes we would have sessions where we would just talk about how we weren't where we thought we should be. And sometimes we had to remind ourselves that we were way further along than we used to be. We're at 4 minutes. And sometimes you have to do that with yourself. So let's say your weight loss routine you're not quite where you thought you should be. Well, are you further along than you were? Are you at least trying when you weren't before? I mean, those are all things you need to think about. where were you and where are you now? And give yourself a little pat on the back because you are working on it. We're at 4:30. And you weren't before. And you can look at half the people you know probably aren't. Or probably most of the people, not just half, aren't planking or going to hot yoga or going to the gym. Chances are your gym friends are people you met at the gym. They're not friends that you had before who you took along with you. It's different. 5 minutes, okay. So I know I can plank till 5:15, but you know what? Today is a little bit hard for me. I don't know why. It's because I've got on this turtleneck. You know, that probably didn't help. I can do it. And we're at 5:15. Woo! Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have rethought the wardrobe before I started planking. Anyway, but it is a cute top, isn't it? Okay, so remember, give yourself good vibes. Talk to yourself in a positive way. Say good things to yourself. Look in the mirror and go, yep, you're hot. You got it going on. I love you. Have a great day.